Well, I didn't get that question. There was a break here, but I got the beginning of your question. I will attempt an analysis as much as I understood your question. Uh, it is for the Executive Council of Taraba State, to invoke the provision of the Constitution. I think there's also an Attorney General of that state who should be able to guide the Executive Council. It's what they need to do. And before I get into that, I'm aware. I've read, in the social media this morning that the letter that was transmitted by the governor, a supposed letter transmitted to the governor, was refused, rejected by the Speaker of the Taraba State House Assembly. That's a different thing emerging from Taraba. But for Section 189, Subsection 1, it's for the Executive Council to invoke its powers, by passing a simple resolution, by a resolution by two-thirds majority, stating among other things that the governor is incapable of discharging the functions of office. And having done that, that kickstarts as well another process that empowers, the Speaker of the Taraba State Assembly, empaneling a medical team, with one specific agenda to determine if this man is fit, if he's mentally alert, if he suffers from infirmity of body and of mind. And the state that we are at the moment, it does appear that power succession crisis is emerging, from that part of our country. Like I said, it is needless. We have our constitution to guide us. Because we're in a constitutional democracy, those who wield power must begin to respect our constitution. That's the point we make.
We have some people who have written in saying that will amount to discrimination if we're asking, just as you have stated, that the governor should not carry out his functions if he's physically challenged, because some of them categorically just said here that, look, are we saying that even if he came in a wheelchair, he can't govern the state?
No, nobody is talking of physical disability here. There are doubts about his mental ability. That doubt can be discerned from what we saw on TV on Sunday. We don't need a soothsayer to tell us that this man was oblivious of his physical environment. And the point here is this: if there's something not fundamentally wrong, why are individuals around him, cronies around him, hiding him, from those individuals who individuate the power structures of Taraba State? You don't have to hide him away. We are back to 2010, when we needed a medical team to examine our ex-president, who was in his dying state at that moment. What we had was a council of ulama who went into the State House in Aso Rock to examine him. Today, we see a stream of visitors, governor of Adamawa State, going to visit him, coming to tell Nigerians, this man is hale and hearty, is mentally fit. No, these are not personal doctors. We should follow the Constitution. We should empanel a team. Experts, who understand what it is, who understand the needs of the Constitution. Experts who will act on the strength of the instructions that have been given to them, by the Constitution, not those individuals who have interest, on this matter at hand.
Well, as a lawyer, it reminds us of what happened in the late President Yaradua's administration. How can the Executive Council constitute a panel to really look into His Excellency Governor Suntai and say, well, he's not medically fit, knowing full well that at that time during Yaradua's episode, the Federal Executive Council failed to do the needful.
Well, and in this instance as well, I don't expect the Executive Council to do the needful, if I should quote you. They are appointees of Governor Suntai. Of Governor Suntai, but we are talking of the Constitution here. It's our basic law. the members of the Executive Council of Taraba State should discharge responsibility. But one way they can ascertain, if he's fit and proper to discharge his function in his office, is for Governor Suntai to come out from wherever he is. I hear he's having his bed rest some 2 hours after, he will be having his bed rest some 2 hours after his return. If he ends his bed rest, he should convene in an executive council meeting. It's one point, one venue, one medium. His commissioners can ascertain, his state of mind, can ascertain his ability or disability, if you like, in discharging his functions of his office. But if the executive council can establish that this man is unfit, they should go ahead, pass, a resolution by third majority declaring, as incapacitated to discharging his official function. But they are not in position to empanel a team. It is the Speaker of the Taraba House of Assembly that will do that, pursuant to Section 1, Section 189, subsection 1B.
All right. We have a comment coming through from Leo. He says, Suntai can talk, can walk, and if a medical report says he is fit, no one should impose conditions other than the law put on him. So, if a medical report here eventually shows up and says he's fit, does that end the matter?
Absolutely. If there's a medical report that establishes, look, if we get the doctor's report from hospitals he had attended in Germany and the US that is medically fit, and we pursue the line along Section 189(1) of the Constitution, and we empanel a team that examines him and declares him fit and proper, as an individual with the capacity to discern his environment and discharge his functions in his office, absolutely that is the end of the matter.
But since his physician has not spoken up on this matter, does it raise any source for concern? Because people will say, well, they are professionals. They should be the first one to speak up if the conditions were not such that he can resume office.
You've broken up. I can't hear you from here.
All right, well, just as, if I may follow up a little bit from here, those also do say that since his physician has not spoken up on this matter, because they should be, he should have been the first one to speak if the governor is not fit to resume. Don't you think it raises some sort of questions concerning why he has not made any statement? Because those are stipulations that have to be followed if Section 189 is supposed to be kick-started.
Well, I don't know the individual or the individual you refer to. But
his physician, the governor's physician.
The deputy governor, Well,
I'm talking about Governor Suntai's physician.
Awkward position. He can't publicly speak on this matter, not to show that he has ambition of succeeding as governor. Or his boss, but it goes beyond the deputy governor here. We are talking of
not the deputy governor, the governor's doctor.
Oh, the governor's doctor. Perhaps the governor's doctor may have spoken in his personal capacity, but if he does speak, because the Constitution also recognizes the fact that in empaneling a medical team, the governor's personal physician must be a member of that team, and his position would hold, serious weight, no doubt. But we are talking of a team here. If a team comes out with a report, perhaps five members of a team, four against one, 3 against 2, as the case may be, or on the reverse of it, 3 are of the opinion that is hale and hearty and fit to perform his functions of his office. Like I said earlier on, that is the end of it. We'll rest our argument, we'll rest our case, and we'll continue to help him, as Nigerians, with our prayers, with our thoughts, for him to recover well and quickly as well.
So you're saying that, in essence, sorry, Sir Ahmed, that you would not you would not require him to address the public as you've been asking for?